Hi y'all, welcome back to Astro Motivation. My name is JupiterJames, where I awaken the astrologer within you and aim to give you a little encouragement and insightfulness into your unique placement within your birth chart. You know, I really do feel that before a time of iPhones and iPads and I this and I that, we were a culture and a society that were better able to look up at the stars and understand what was trending within the universe, you know, and it was with that language and with that knowledge that we were able to look down at our birth charts and understand exactly where our dreams were and how to get them. And so if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. Today we're going to get into Scorpio in the 9th house. Scorpio in the 9th house is going to give me the energy of someone who is in pursuit of higher knowledge and ultimately the understanding of God, okay? And this is going to give me someone who is very, very adept and very masterful with the deep philosophies of the world and their education, okay? But before we go ahead and really dive deep into that aspect, let's go ahead and separate the aspects. That way we can do more with the information we've been given in different areas of our lives, and we're not just confined to Scorpio in the 9th house, okay? So that way when we're reading our friends' charts or our cousins' charts or this chart or that chart, we can go, okay, JupiterJames told me that the 9th house meant this, and he told me that Scorpio meant that. And now you can do more with Scorpio in a different area. You can do more with 9th house in a different area, because that's what this channel is about, right? Like learning and awakening that language that we already know and putting the puzzles together where they may and when they come up in our lives, okay? So Scorpio for me is going to show me where the mysterious forces of life and where mysterious things that may be hidden that we hide from others could be in our lives. It shows me where this person could be researching. It shows me the transformational forces that are playing out in an area of their life. Wherever Scorpio is in the birth chart, it shows me where this person will experience trauma in order to become stronger and to become more adept in that area of life. And it'll be through those traumas that not only do they become adept, but that they also find the strength to transform, okay? And now, with that, let's go into the, Scorpio is also ruled by Pluto and it's ruled by Mars, okay? So Mars is an actionary planet. It's also rules fighting. It rules, you know, the fire. And Pluto is ruled by the mysteriousness. It's ruled by the obsession. It's ruled by the jealousy or the secrecy and mysteriousness. And that is what, when you mix all that up, that's why Scorpio gets the rap of being very intense, being very shrouded in mystery, because Pluto is mystery, Mars is aggression, and so that's why Scorpios sometimes get that hate towards them, because Mars is playing out. So do you see how it's a mix there? It's a mix of all those energies. When you mix Pluto and Mars together, you have a baby and it becomes what? Scorpio. You see? Okay, now 9th house. 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius and it is ruled by Jupiter, all right? This is the luck area of your life. This is where you find luck. This is where you find God. They also say that this is the house of your father, how your father treated you and who your father was, all right? Your father is your first guru. Believe it or not, I don't know why I always get this image in my mind, but your first guru is the father who was throwing the frisbee with you on the grass. That's your first guru. You know, he taught you how to throw the frisbee. He taught you how to ride the bike. He taught you how to, you know, be a good father. Who are you in your home? How do you treat the mother? How do you treat people around you? Your father was your first guru, okay? Believe it or not, that whether you want it to be that way or not, whether for good or for bad, whether their example was exemplary or not, they were your first guru, okay? And so this is what the 9th house is. It's the house of gurus, the house of father, the house of education, and the pursuit of knowledge. And it is also where the person finds luck in their life. Where's this person's blessings come from, and what is the aura and what is the flavor of their blessings, okay? It also rules faraway lands, it rules travel, and people who don't look like you. That's what your 9th house rules, all right? And so, if we have Scorpio here, let's see what Scorpio does in the 9th house. So with Scorpio in the 9th house, first and foremost, you had a very transformative father. You had a father who was very deep with you. You probably had a very intense relationship with your father, whether for good or for bad. The relationship with your father was very deep and emotional, okay? Very deep emotions were brought up. Very deep emotions happen when it comes to your father. And when you think about your father, you get very deep emotions. Very probably emotions that you stuff deep down because it's so intense, whether for good or whether for bad. The bond with your father is very intense, okay? And him being your first guru, he probably wanted to be a person that valued and taught you the importance of philosophy. He probably would drill it in the ground. This could be preachers' daughters, preachers' sons. This could be people who, you know, your father was very intense. He was an intense figure and a transformative figure, and your life and your relationship with him will grow and change over time. It will. But yeah, that's the first little tidbit of information. If that sounds like you, let me know in the comments. But yeah, that the father was very, you know, intense. He probably would really be aggressive or very mysterious, probably has a mysterious aura around him. And he would also be someone that, you know, when he wants you to learn something, he wants you to learn it. And it's sometimes intense and you're like, Jesus Christ, like, why does it always have to be so intense? Like, why is he so serious? And why is he so like about it? Like, why can't he ever just be like tender in the things that he wants me to learn? But he's shrouded in Scorpio. That's who he is. He has Scorpionic energy. So, and his life will transform over time as well. He probably is someone that, you know, now I'm getting into like birth chart territory, but he's probably someone that he had to travel far away from home to transform his life. And so he probably feels that he needs to teach you those things. You know, he wants to instill the courage to go out and get what's yours and like transform your life. And he could be that type of figure. He could also be someone that, well, yeah, that's that on that. So moving on. Now, when it comes to your philosophies and your higher learning and your education, you are going to be someone that takes it very seriously. You are probably someone that had very intense and extreme occurrences happen within your college career, or with when you do venture out or want to find out the higher truths and the higher realms of life. You probably get very intense gurus, very people who want you to learn. Be very careful of like cults. Be very careful of getting into situations where you are doing a little too much, you know, where you are taking it to the extreme, because wherever Scorpio is, you could take that theme to the extreme. You could take learning to the extreme. You could take philosophy to the extreme. You could take traveling to the extreme, okay? You could take just those things to the extreme, to the point where they kind of harm you, all right? And we don't want that. But overall, I'd say that this person is in pursuit of the deepest of deep knowledge. This person is gonna probably be the ones that acquire that deep knowledge, all right? This is gonna be the people that you don't care about math, you don't care about, like, okay, if you are to learn math, you wanna learn quantum physics. It's like that. If you learn English, you wanna learn like archaic, the first language. You want to learn Hebrew. You want to learn, what is that first language? It's like the biblical language, Archaeum or something like that, or it's like a magical language that I always forget, but it's the first language. You want to learn the first language. You're not just going to want to learn English or philosophy. You're going to want to take it to the root, okay? Whatever you learn in college, whatever, you're not just going to want to learn religion. You're going to want to learn theology. You see what I mean? It's not like you want to stay on the surface of any subject that you learn in college or that in general. You're gonna want to learn the first knowledge of it. You're gonna want to learn the most intense subject that is regarding the category that you are learning, okay? So that is you. When you go away on trips, you don't want to go to where the locals go. You don't want to go see the Eiffel Tower. You don't want to go see the Hollywood sign. You want to, if you are in France or you're in Berlin, you want to knock on the locals' door and say, hey, can you take me to where you guys go? Because I know you guys don't even fuck with that damn Eiffel Tower. Take me to where you go. Like, you're going to want to know the deepest of the deep. You're not gonna want the surface knowledge. No way, no how. And it will be in your pursuit of this. Listen to me. It'll be in your pursuit of this that you find that not only do you kind of become like your father in a way, where you take the knowledge to the extreme, but that you also find luck, that you also find expansion, that the luckiest things happen to you, or doors are open for you when you treat your education or when you treat your pursuit of knowledge this way. You know, you're gonna transform over life, and you're gonna find that through you pursuing the higher knowledge and the first languages and the secrets of this life, that you become very lucky, that you become very expansive. This could make for someone who's a very good teacher, a very good guru. You could be a very good preacher. You could be someone who dives into the mystical arts, so a teacher of the mystical arts. You know, astrology could be something that you could be very good at teaching and learning and knowing, and you'll probably take it to the nth degree where you want to learn Hermetic astrology. You know, you want to learn the first. You want to learn the core of things. You don't want the surface or anything like that. You want to learn the core. So if this sounds like you, let me know if this sounds like you at all. Are you someone that, you know, really wants that communion with God and with knowledge and philosophy? You have a very intense way of going about it. You also sometimes don't want to tell others what you know or what you learn unless they are the right people to receive that message. But if this sounds like you, let me know. Also, while you're at it, can you let me know the planet that your Scorpio in the 9th house is in, and I will let you know what that can mean for you, okay? But I really do hope that that gave you a little encouragement and some insightfulness. As when it comes to your father, I really want you to be able to, you know, better able to understand your father in the way that he probably is just like you are now. Someone who really wants to know the ins and outs of this world and really wants to travel and really wants to instill. He probably has found that by him going after those things that he becomes lucky. And so he just wants to give you a little bit of that luck. You know, if that could be something that could help maybe deepen your bond with your father. You know, I know that when things are under a scorpionic flare, it makes it like you don't want to, you're just like, I don't even want to deal with that or my father. You know, sometimes it feels like that. But if I could serve some advice for that, I would really try to just understand where he's coming from. And I think where he's coming from is that he's found a lot of luck in taking things to the extreme. And so in order for you to find that luck how he has found it, he probably wants you to follow in those footsteps in his own way. But just tell him, like, hey, Dad, bug off, like, chill. I thank you, but I'm receiving it, but it's time for me to go on my own and do it. But that is all I could comprehend and grasp in this video. I will see you guys on the next one, okay? And I look forward to seeing your comments and your planets, all right? I'm always excited to let you know what those things are. And I know some people come to this channel, and even though I say that, they're like, oh no, I don't want to bother him, or no, I like this, you guys. That's why I'm doing this. I want to interpret your birth charts. I want to let you know what planet is doing in Scorpio in the 9th house, okay? So write me, tell me what you see and what planet that you're curious about, and I will write back to you almost immediately sometimes with that analysis, all right? But until the next video, I'm rooting for you. I see you, and I will see you on the next one, all right? Bye.